Morning, everybody. Whoa, that was loud. This is Saige. You probably all know, but we should give him a big clap. Now, most of you know that he's going out with my daughter, so I thought that this would be a good opportunity to ask some questions, like how much money will you earn by the time you're 25? How many girlfriends have you had before, Kate? And what are you going to do with your in-laws when they get too old to look after themselves?
Isn't that why they invented old people's homes? I'll be a bit nice and maybe find one in the Maldives or something for you.
That's all right, the Maldives really. Cool. That's really not what we're going to talk about. But anyway, Saige, nearly 3 years ago now, 2007, you and the family and some others went to India, and while you were there, you and your dad
ate something wrong.
Yeah. Ate something wrong, and got pretty sick. You ended up with typhoid. Yeah. So you've So you've had a couple of years of being quite ill. Do you want to just tell us about what life was like during that time?
Oh, I don't remember the first year of it at all. Mum said I just lay on the sofa constantly while I was in bed. So I can't say much about that year. Then second year, which was kind of year 12, and halfway through, tried starting to get back into it and everything, and it was just constant pain. I was 75 and a half years old for my entire year 12, and so struggled a lot with pain.
So you had reactive arthritis as a result of it. Yeah. So your knees were pretty bad. I had it moved through my body a lot, but the majority of it was my legs and my knees. So constant pain, and I don't know, pretty much just that. So. Yeah. I mean, I know there were times you turned up for music practice and you'd be in tears. Yeah. Just getting up that step was like near impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So during that time, were you ever angry with God, angry with yourself? Where did you go during that time?
Oh, there was always times of frustration. Like, it'd get to a stage where I'm just sick of it. It's like I want to be out there wakeboarding and everything. I don't think I was ever really angry with God. I never blamed anyone. But I felt in a way, I got out my life guide, read a passage, and something stood out, and it came across to me as not as much...
Like you were being punished?
In a way, yeah. But I told Tim that, and he's like, check these other passages in the same book, and I'm like, yeah, alright. So I was really just a misunderstanding, misinterpretation of my part, being young and naive still, so...
I don't think you'd be the only one to think that you're being punished by God. So, you went through that, there's lots of things going through your head. It affected your schoolwork?
Majorly,
Yeah. So now, sort of, this is year 3, what happened in April?
Oh, we had some top bloke come and talk, Don Rogers, I think his name was.
It was Don Rogers.
Yeah. Well, people, I know everyone's had been praying for me and all that, and it's like, hey, this guy is a man of God. I'm like, it wasn't as much him, it was really, I was like, alright, I'm cutting the line, I'm getting better, because I was really not relying on God enough throughout it. It was like my faith just shot up a bit, enough. I was like, no, I've had enough, I know you can heal me, and you're going to do it. Mate, in a different way, I don't know how cocky I was with it, but he listened, and so from when he prayed, I was really emotional. That day I was unable to move.
You were in tears before, we actually didn't think you'd get to the stage, you didn't get past the air conditioning.
Yeah, it was sore. But from the next day on, it was just a nice incline, a very comfortable incline. And I got up there and I've stayed up there.
So how's your head? Like, physically, you're doing all right? What about the head side of things?
Oh, I think that was always screwed up. I never thought I was depressed or anything throughout it, but I heard from a few people, kind of like, from my parents, that people have asked them, is he depressed? And I never thought, and I started thinking about it, I'm like, possibly. I don't know, I was down a bit, but I always thought I was pretty happy throughout it. My brain at the moment, he wasn't. I wasn't happy throughout it.
No, there was a few times where it was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, because it really, when I did get sick, it was really bad.
Yeah.
And
so constant pain can be
yeah,
bad.
I had a lot of problems with memory loss and all of that, so it made a lot of things a lot harder, even talking to people.
You were saying the other night that you thought that there were some things that you could have done during that sickness. That
Yeah.
What were some of those things that you've evaluated since?
Well, I was just trying to do it myself. I really wasn't pushing to God enough. Like, there were the times when I was like, I am absolutely gone, I can't do this anymore. I then turned to God, and like, when I did, I'd get into lifeguarding, get into my worship with my guitar, and then in the lifeguardings, everything was like bang, exactly what I needed every time. And so if I was to push into it, like, I don't know how I did a lot of it by myself the entire time, but figure out how much easier it is with God there. So.
Is there anything else that you want to share?
No, I think. Let's get any more questions.
No, that's cool. Let's give him a clap. Thanks, Dave.